EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New England Patriots. On the visitor sideline, Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, gone. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And the Patriots are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next.
Looking to put a drive together. They begin with a run by Miller. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
From the gun, it's made. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
What's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Goff now to throw. It's complete to Williams. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. That is caught. Down the right sideline. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
And the Lions first down.
Goff now looking to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now it's gone. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not
under pressure, and they got to him again. Christian Barmore. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he returns this to the 22. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's May. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. Got him in. It's Brown. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They're going on 4th down. May. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up from the 47. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's May. And this is caught. It's Brown. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Henry To'o there on the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive is going pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Roger McCreary, the man in the right spot to knock that away. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To the air, May. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Man, I know. Through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw is gone. He finds his man, complete. It's Flores. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start by running the option to the right. And pushes right forward to about the 32. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yard.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now 3rd down and 7. Here's May. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing here is May. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. When I looked at it, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. From the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
13 yards.
1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. St. Brown motioning left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Got his man, it's Williams. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Goff. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this one is right through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
New England's offense set to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drive 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw with May. They set up the screen to Miller. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
This will be caught by Brown. And this won't be enough. Stop the yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
A gain of 7 yards.
Gone. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And they will take over first and New England trying to get a place on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. May now off the bootleg. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And to right around the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
After the interception, here's Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one with 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's Goff. That's complete to the Porter. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
And now out come the Patriots. So now, Charles, much more important trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw, May. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Second down and 6 now. Back to throw. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a give to Miller. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. This is second and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Again, it's Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. To throw, it's May. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down.
For the Patriots field goal, a 43-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie the score now at 9 apiece. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Lions now. Goff and this Lions offense set for a first and 10 at their own 23. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. This second and 4. Now it's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They work now on second and 9.
Brings up second and 9. The 42-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Goff now looks to throw. That's complete right side. It's to Slaw. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
First down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Goff. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First and 10 on the 26-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Goff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so we went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw is gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here. Third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
All the way in. Touchdown, New England. Romeo Doubs, 39 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Well, it was third and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Goff now to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offensive throwing short and running long.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Detroit Lions.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Here's Gibbs. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it.
And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Goff. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Lions have regained the lead. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets around him. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They had seized the lead there for a little bit. In the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Miller. And will be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. Will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that's good for a New England first down.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
On first down, Miller. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Miller. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Miller. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. It stays on. May looking to run. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. 3rd and 2. Here's May. Now inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Romeo Doubs, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots have yet again retaken the lead. Dallas now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
A gain of 14.
In motion left comes Williams. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That's to the tight end Laporta. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 8. That's good for the Lions. First down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Lions
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's another
Play action. It's gone. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. The give, right side for Gibbs. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now in Foxborough. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. Goff. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 28 yards. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Patriots offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball. That he has, the vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. To the air, May. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out on. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Gone. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Lions first down. A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
Now Goff. Finds Gibbs on a check down. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Pushed out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing again is Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. To throw, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 2nd and 9. May now off the bootleg. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. This will be caught on the ground. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
Borregales on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. That drive took him inside the 10. Hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Goff now looking to throw. Will be caught. It's St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good. 4 on Lions.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. We'll go right back to St. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Detroit.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff now to Gibbs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Milton Williams there on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Dances by him. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And now they find themselves trailing following the field. A good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They begin with a run by Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a give to Miller. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots 1st down as the tackle made at the 42.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. Take the ball downfield and score. They got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Goff going to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Yards to go.
Now it's Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
49-yard gain on the play. And the Lions 1st down.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Lions, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for New England,